Another microphone review here. This one I've opened up just to have a quick look at it. It's a Fifine. I use a Fifine mic all the time, and I've done, I'd say, most of my YouTube reviews when I got a mic on a Fifine mic. This is an upgrade from the other one over there, which has always been fine, but that's okay. Nice foam. Okay, there's the microphone. Omnidirectional, is that the right term? Very good. That's metal. Nice soft there, so I'm not going to need a pop filter directly on it, in theory. This is metal, not plastic. We get our little boom hanging style boom arm type thing. I'm not going to be actually using that for this. I'm just going to go direct in here. We get the hanging style one like that there. Just like an actual like professional mic plug-in thing there. If you have like an old school audio system, like a real audio system, USB-C, headphone up and down, microphone up and down, and then we actually get a plug there. There's actually a bracket in here. I made sure that I used that before just to make sure it worked. So there's a bracket in here. You can put that in there. Which direction does it go? I guess like that. So sometimes I have a larger stand, sometimes I have a smaller one. That's our USB-C. So that's that there. So let's get it set up. We'll do some audio tests and we'll basically just conclude it out. Before I conclude this one, I'm also going to just have a quick look and see if it has that weird audio issue that I was having with the other microphone, which, who knows, maybe I will. So I have my boom arm here. Yep, there it is. Get this screwed in. Very nice, like that. Again, you have multi-directional. So for me, basically it's going to be like that there, probably tilted because I tend to have the microphone above me, so it's out of the way of the camera. So that should be fine there. Plug it in. You can hook up a headset if need be into it. I don't, but you can. Okay, so the way that I'm going to do this for me, I'm going to plug it directly into a dongle, which is going to go into my phone because I record directly on my phone. And I'm also going to have a second product setup just so you can hear the difference. This one has an okay microphone. It's just a DJI Osmo. There you go, Pocket 3. And it has a built-in microphone that's, I mean, it's fine, but it's not very close. But it does have a lapel mic. So we're going to do some cuts between the two of them. Check out the lapel mic, check out the actual mic, and see how they sound compared to one another. And you'll probably see a huge cut right now from my phone mic into the Fifine mic. Okay, so we have two cameras. We have my phone here, which is now hooked up to the Fifine mic, and we have the DJI camera, which is hooked up to a lapel mic, which I'm speaking close to. Normally I would just hang down slightly there. You can kind of see how far it is. This right now, speaking into the Fifine mic, is about 1 foot directly from the Fifine mic. Bring it a little closer. This is probably where you're probably supposed to speak. Subfoot, 10, 8 inches, 9 inches, something like that. This is probably a more ideal. Like that so you can see. Okay, so there we go. So we'll do some, I don't know, reading. Is there any literature on this box here? I guess there's some information. So we'll do this here. This is subfoot talking away from it. The DJI here, we'll cut in between them. You can kind of hear the difference. And I'll just cut back and forth while we're going, essentially. So the Fifine K688 XLR and USB dynamic microphone. The box includes one microphone with shock mount, 1 USB cable, which is here. I haven't hidden the wire very well yet, but it's there. 1 5 1/8 inch, y'all Americans. This is the microphone. We're going to turn up the gain. I don't think it does anything on an iPhone when you're like mid-recording. So at 30 max, this is turning it down. But we'll turn it all the way back up. There. We have our headphone there, which we're not going to do. I'm not going to plug in an analog cable because I don't have one. I don't have anything to plug it into. So that's fine. What else do we have in here? Guidelines for use, blah, blah, blah. It says there's a let's bring in with this camera. Camera 1, camera 2. Hey, how's it going? There's a tap to mute button there. and hopefully it starts working now. Very good. I don't know if that worked, but I'd assume that it did. Audio output from the mic on the computer. This is just basic like Windows stuff. This is never an issue anymore. This stuff is so plug and play these days, but there is some troubleshooting stuff here in the guide if need be. Most of the time, you just plug it in. I haven't had issues in years. Okay, let's take a break and we'll come back and listen to the audio, and I'll let you guys know how it sounds to me. I can't give a conclusion until I listen to it. Okay, we're back. I reviewed the footage. It sounds fantastic. There's a big jump from the built-in microphone on my iPhone to this here, and of course there is a big jump in the lapel mic. I'm not always sure how well it's going to sound on YouTube because there is a bit of audio crushing. So to compare, lapel mic here versus this mic, you should be able to tell the difference, but it's not going to be like, because for one thing, you're going to have to listen to it on some type of audio output, and YouTube will just kind of crush it. But in reality, it does sound considerably better, obviously, than the built-in microphone on my iPhone, and even the lapel mic, it sounds better. These aren't meant to be, staggeringly good. They're meant to be on-the-go kind of action things. So, but they do fine. So yeah, that's the Fifine mic here. It's the K688. It's an upgraded version of my other Fifine mic, which is off camera, which this one here allows you to have one-touch muting, which is useful if I'm going to cough or something like that on stream. It's going to be very useful, and I don't do a lot of streaming, but I do a little bit. If you're a streamer, it's kind of key because you don't have to go through your software and hit that button. You can literally just reach up and mute it. If you're sneezing, coughing, or you need to have a private conversation quickly, very useful. Of course, everything else is quite nice with it. Looks nice. The design is nice. Again, I use a Fifine. Fifine, am I saying that right? We're going to say Fifine. I've been using a Fifine mic as my daily YouTube recording mic for a few years now. Again, if there's any problems with it, it's just my editing abilities and speaking abilities. The actual microphone sounds fantastic. So that's the K688. It's an upgrade from what I was using before, essentially. There's more features, more goodies. They're just consistent. If you go online, there's other people who do a lot of comparisons of Fifine mics with other products, and you can never tell the difference. Like they'll have like a $300 mic, and you can't tell the difference, especially on YouTube. Can't tell the difference. So if you're a streamer or YouTuber or something like that, I'd probably pick this up. Why spend 5 times as much on some other mic that's going to make no difference in the quality of what you're getting? I wouldn't do that, and I don't do that. So that's the product there. Fifine. K688. In this case, the user guide, but in this case, the microphone.